the tissues that are completely grown and has lost the ability of division are known as permanent tissues. Meristematic tissues divide and differentiate to form permanent tissues. There are three type of permanent tissues, and these are simple type of permanent tissue because they are made up of single type of cells. They have same origin, structure and function. On your screen now we are discussing parenchyma tissue. In parenchyma tissue, the cells are oval shape or rounded. The cell wall is made up of hemicellulose or cellulose. Cell is thin-walled. Cells have vacuole, very small nucleus found in all parts of the plant. Protoplasm is living and dense. The functions of parenchyma: number 1, storage of the food. Number 2, if they have chlorophyll, they are called chlorenchyma and they perform photosynthesis. If they are having air cavity, they are called aerenchyma. These are found only in aquatic plant which are meant for growth, and those tissues, and they are the most abundant tissue in plant body. Now I am coming to the next type of the tissue, that is called collenchyma. See this diagram where the collenchyma tissues are thick-walled, right? And these are thick-walled and they are having thickenings at the either at the corners or the entire wall. Now features are: number 1, cells are long and thick-walled. Number 2, cell wall is made up of cellulose plus pectin. Number 3, it is the only tissue which has highest refractive index due to the presence of pectin. It is found in the hypodermis of the stem. The chloroplasts are less in number and these cells have no intercellular space, where intercellular space is very much present in parenchyma tissue. This tissue is flexible, elastic, and the main functions are that help in the bending of the leaf or the stem, because they are present on the base of the leaf and they are elastic one and do not allow the leaf to break during high wind velocities, and they are photosynthetic also because they possess chlorophyll. They give mechanical support to the plant as well. Now the third category is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma tissue, these are those which are made up of dead cells. They are hard, rigid in texture. The cells are thick-walled and have various shapes or sizes. Maybe they are fiber-like, maybe they are stone cells. They also give mechanical support to the plant. And this is the diagram which is showing the three type of the tissues: parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma, these are also making the husk of the coconut. They are normally dead in nature because nucleus is absent. Due to the deposition of lignin, they have thick walls on it. The lumen is very much less in the center, whereas sclerenchyma tissue, that is present in hard part of the fruits like seeds, etc. Now we are coming to the epidermis. Epidermis is the outermost covering of the leaf, stem or the root. It is usually unilayered, single layered, but it becomes multi-layered in case of those plants which are found in dry condition in deserts. Whereas these thick epidermis has the outermost layer which is called cuticle, and this cuticle is made up of cutin. It prevents the loss of water from the epidermis. In case of roots, this epidermis form a large number of hair-like structures which are called root hair that increase the surface area of the root and help in absorption of water from the root. Lower layer of the epidermis in case of leaf is interrupted at certain places, and these interrupted certain places are known as stomata. Stomata are the tiny pores which are surrounded by the guard cells, and they are meant for transpiration as well as for gaseous exchange. But in some of the cases, like the old trees, there is a presence of dead tissue outside the epidermis, where the lower layer of epidermis become meristematic and start producing cutting cells on outside and